Hello. So I have a new mineral sunscreen that I wanted to show you guys, and that is the Aveeno Sensitive Skin Ultra Light Mineral Sunscreen. It's SPF 50. Now, a lot of people don't like using mineral sunscreens because they show up whitish on your skin, and if you're tan like I am, that can be really obvious. But this one does not do that, and it's a blend of titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. A lot of mineral sunscreens will use zinc oxide as their main ingredient, but this one has the two of them. And it's pretty sheer. It's 2.9% zinc oxide and 4.9% titanium dioxide. And if you are used to reading the ingredients on makeup or skincare, you'll know that titanium dioxide is actually the ingredient that they used in a lot of foundation or powders. So it is possible to get that ingredient so that it doesn't really show up too whitish on your skin. And yeah, so I like this one. I've been using it. I'm wearing makeup right now, so I'm going to wipe it off and then I'll show you this sunscreen, and then I'm going to go in with my regular Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation and my Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. Both of these are in the color 6.5. And I've talked about them before. I do really like them. And I really like the concealer actually because it's just a little bit lighter than the foundation, which is perfect. It makes it perfect for really highlighting or minimizing dark circles. You know, you can use it to kind of bring some brightness onto your face. Whereas if you were using the same color as your foundation, you would have to use something else to do that. So you can see that all of that did a good job at concealing whatever was on my skin. I had microneedling done a couple days ago, and so I've got some redness, which will clear up in a couple days. It'll definitely be gone by the end of this week, I think, but it's easy to cover anyways. Okay, so gonna go in with my sunscreen, and love that applicator because I just put 2 lines on my face or on my fingers, and I find that that's enough product for my whole face and my neck. And I'm gonna apply. Yeah, this is going on really smoothly. You could see that the texture is very watery, which is nice because it just makes it easier to blend in. It's not sticky, it's not tacky, it's not greasy. So again, it's a great sunscreen to use under foundation. Now you can see that my skin is a tiny bit light, but I don't really mind. I'm thinking of it more as a primer, and primers often do this, but if I was going out, I would probably put a little bit of powder on. I'm gonna show you how it looks on my hand so you can see it. There it is right there. You can see how watery it is because it is, or how liquidy it is because it was kind of falling down on my hand or dripping down on my hand. Okay, that's it blended onto my hand. I can't see it on my hand, honestly. I wrote this one. So I think that's pretty good. That is really sheer, and it's really sheer on my face too. I think I did a pretty good job blending it in. Yeah, it's totally blended in on my face. If I was going out like this, you wouldn't be able to tell that I was wearing sunscreen. You would not be able to tell. I'm going to go in with my foundation, and I'm going to use this Real Techniques buffing brush because it does a really good job at blending foundation without leaving any streaks. Just putting that on the back of my hand, and I'm going to tap where I want coverage first. And then I'm going to go into the rest of my face. You'll always get better coverage if you tap. If you rub right away, you're going to find that you're just moving the foundation around without actually getting the coverage that you want in the places that you want. So I'm going to do everywhere else first, and then I'm going to do this part last because I want the foundation to dry a little bit there, and then I'm going to blend it in. I really don't need a lot of coverage anywhere else. I really just like to even out my skin tone. Okay, and now I'm going to come into this part. I'm going to look in the mirror. Yeah. This color is pretty much a perfect match. It is warmer than the sunscreen was, so I can see that it's warming up my skin tone, which is good because it looks natural. Yeah, it's all blended in actually. That's why I love this brush. I know it looks really fluffy for a foundation brush, but it is really good at dispersing product. So you want to make sure you do this part. If you're wearing, you could totally, if you wanted more coverage, you could put another pump of the foundation on. I feel like one pump is enough for me. I think it's more than enough for my face. And this foundation, again, is a little bit liquidy, so it spreads really easily. One pump will spread all over your face, actually. So I haven't missed any spots. I just always like to make sure that I do this area because sometimes I see that there's a line of foundation where you can see that you're wearing so much coverage. So really, I like to focus on the center of my face, and then I just blend out and there should be no line. And that is really good coverage. Okay, I'm gonna go in with my concealer and I'm gonna use that mostly under my eyes and kind of in this corner. And I'm gonna put an extra drop on here because I want a bit more coverage. And then I actually got out my concealer brush. This is the number 80 brush from Sephora. It's an amazing shape for blending out concealer close to your eyes or even close to your nose because it has a nice pointed tip. You can see how easy that is. The last time I used my foundation brush, but this foundation brush is way too large to get close to my eyes. It would just mess everything up, I think. Really just want to brighten this area. I'm not really trying to cover anything up. I know some people would like this to be totally without any shadow. Like I do have some shadow there, but I honestly don't care. It doesn't bother me. When I look in the mirror, I don't look at that at all. I don't really look at anything. I usually just check my eyeliner. I think we all, well, I definitely need to look in the mirror less. I don't think that everybody needs to look perfect all the time. Okay, so I'm gonna do my blush and I'm gonna use this liquid lip color. It's Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Lip Color in Blush. And I'm gonna just, I've been doing this every day. And I really love how it looks. And then I just use my foundation brush to brush it out, or to blend it out, sorry. Blend, 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 blend. Always put some on the bridge of my nose. I'm going to do my contour. So again, using NARS Laguna Bronzer, which is right there, and my NARS brush, contour brush. And you'll notice that I didn't even powder my face because I'm not having a hard time blending anything. And at the same time, this sunscreen is totally matte. It is not giving me that dewy look that the last sunscreen did. And I'm okay with that. It's a great, honestly, it's working like a primer, but better because it's SPF 50 and it's mineral. So, and this is available at the drugstores. So I would much rather use this than use any other sunscreen that's out there or any other primer that's out there. I like primers to be more functional. So for me to use a primer on top of a sunscreen seems like way too much product. And I find that when I put a lot of product on my face, it like makes me break out. And if I put a lot of primer on my face, because primers usually have silicone in them, that makes me break out too. So I really don't like putting a lot of stuff on my face. Normally I would put toner on and I would put vitamin C serum, and then I would just go in with this sunscreen. So that's my routine every morning. I really am enjoying just doing that. And I'm using Benefit Brow Out in number 4, just to kind of give my brows some definition and some fullness. They're pretty full anyways, but they just look better when I do this, especially since I haven't gotten them done in a while and I've been not doing them myself either. Usually I would do them myself, but I just got tired of doing that. Maybe I will. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll be ready to do that. Okay. That's it. I'm going to put some lip liner on. I'm using Makeup Forever lip pencil, high precision lip pencil in the number 20. Okay, that's the whole look. Again, really liking this new sunscreen. I believe it's new for this year. It's definitely new to me. If you're looking for a mineral sunscreen at the drugstore that's not too whitish or too obvious on your skin, I really like this one. And you saw it on my skin. It looks really natural. There's my 2 hands side by side. This one, there is a color change. So this one doesn't look as warm as this hand, but I think if you were applying it on both hands, then no one would really notice the difference. Maybe I should do that. But hope you guys enjoy your day, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.